ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Pulls it in. It's Carr. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
He'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carr.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. Using his feet. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Pringle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Lofton. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the single back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Hart. Caught near the sticks. It's Schuster. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking down the middle. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and didn't.
Turning it on! Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Dickey. They get it down to the 35 before he's stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hurricane.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. To the air, it's Hart. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Single back formation, and they give it to him. There he goes. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Iowa was able to finish off a close one in Iowa City today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Picks up the first down. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
And he's a little bit short, but how about the effort? At least he laid out. You see so many quarterbacks slide nowadays to protect themselves. He laid out for the first down. Unfortunately, he's a little bit short.
They'll put it in play from the 27. First down. To the air. It's Hart. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Wide open downfield. Breaks into the open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Pulls it in. It's Jones. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. The RPO, it's complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Motion from the wideout. The run from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Makes the grab.
This quarterback right now is an improve, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Canes.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point makes it 28-0.
Miami, 28, NC State, 0.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. NC State going up tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jones. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. On target over the middle. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Hart. He makes the grab. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. He's going for the big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. NC State quick to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Finds his man. It's Schuster. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Hand off to Jones. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll leave it with the lone back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Hart. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball in the...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. The offense changing the play. Gonna swing it on second down. Spins it out to the back. Working the middle, it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete on third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab on the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard them.
So now it's second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. And off Jones. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Brings up third down.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So we open the final period with a third down play. To the air, it's Hart. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not putting Yes, I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. They're trailing by just 4 to West Virginia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, a 4th down's coming. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Schuster. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. NC State going up tempo.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And that is beautiful execution by the defense. What do I do with that option? String him along. Don't let him make a quick decision. Don't let it be obvious. Did a good job slow playing it, stretching it out. Everybody being able to run to the football, use the sideline as a defender. Nice job by the defense.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Oh, he got loose. Oh, he's got some space. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. Those pads. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Hart. Fires into the end zone.
quarterback's best friend down in this area of the field. When the windows get smaller, you need bigger targets. No better option than the big tight end.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mole has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Carr. Turns it on in midfield. It's a seam wide open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Dropping back, it's Hart. Going for it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Offense in a bunch formation. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They try to pop a run on the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But
oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Canes. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. Pulls it and fires to the left. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He wants to change this route. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He wants a big play here late. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's...
There he goes! Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. One more play to pad the stats. Let's go! Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.